what is it that you want to be better at? And, when you look at something, when you experience, and you have to try new experiences. I push myself to do presentations. I also push myself to learn how to write, to be a better writer. And those were in writing. I didn't want to be a writer, but hey, I've now written a best-selling book, and I've published over 500 articles. But in the beginning, that's not what I wanted to do. But when I learned how to do it, I didn't enjoy writing. I enjoyed finishing the writing. So again, I learned by pushing, by experimenting. So you have to experiment, you have to try, and nothing is going to be perfect the first time, second time, or fifth time. But if it interests you, if it excites you, and you think, I could get better at this, and I kind of like it, and maybe you'll like it a lot more. But it's got to. It doesn't start. It's not a magic wand. It's steps along the way.
Lovely. So it's kind of like compound effect, and it's kind of like one step at a time, and then the big picture get clearer as you be better. So you said we have to identify what is that one thing we want to be better at. And the question is, how can you define that one thing, right? Because maybe you get to the period where you experience quite a lot of challenges, and you kind of like know now what you want. So let's say for younger generation, like 20 or 30, they say, okay, what is that one thing that I want to be better at? Because I seem to be like liking better everything. So what is your thought on that?
Yeah, and that's always a challenge, because what if you like many things, many activities, and you're kind of good at many things or several things? How do you pick one thing? And pick one thing that is your top priority, and then set your priorities for the other activities. And so for example, for me, speaking was my top priority. Writing was a priority, but not as high as speaking. It was another priority. So there are some things, your top priority, where if you could only do one thing in your day, what would that one thing be? That's how you set your priorities.
So priority, and one of the ways to really know what is that priority is to say, what if I only have chance to do one thing? What is that one? And what if I spend my whole day today to do that thing, and then I feel happy about it? Or maybe what if I do one thing in the next 1 year? So what is the criteria for you to decide the one thing, that priority? Is it your core values, or what is that criteria to define that one thing as the top priority?
It's what you're willing to do. It's it's the right thing for you to do, because you are willing to give up other things that you also value, but you value this one thing, this one activity more. Because see, here's my grandfather had a saying. He said, George, you can do anything in life, but you can't do everything.